I watched Lauren insert almonds into her mouth and almost swallow them 16 times on this trip. I mean, she'll just like poke around at things, and like when she decides if it's safe, it's just safe. And I literally like removed one from her mouth. I was like, "There's in your mouth is a raw almond."
It was like embedded into the middle of like a bread knot, and I didn't see it.
It was halfway down your throat before I fished it out.
It was in my mouth. It was fully in my mouth.
A lot of almonds and desserts.
Yeah, I do want to say that I do carry an EpiPen, and most of the time I had it with me.
Wild Til 9!
Are you ready?
Yep, let's go home. We recently ordered our new sheets from Brooklinen, and we love them. The hardcore sheet set bundles are fantastic, as they come in with a core sheet set, extra pillowcases, and a duvet cover. Brooklinen's reputation is well-deserved, having been recognized by both Good Housekeeping and Wirecutter. Their award-winning blankets, sheets, and towels truly live up to the hype. Plus, Brooklinen offers great value, especially when you save by bundling.
Brooklinen products are made to be loved and lived in for years to come. We love all the products and know that you will too. Ready to layer your dream fall bed? Visit in-store or online at brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com and get 15% off your first order. We have teamed up with Bellesa, a bi-women company that's all about empowering you to embrace, explore, and celebrate your sexuality. Here's the exciting part. We're literally sending out free vibrators or gift cards to everyone who signs up for our giveaway. You heard that right. Free! So whether you're new to sexual wellness or just looking to spice things up, there's something here for everyone. Make sure you sign up for the giveaway at bboutique.co/vibe/wildtil9 and get ready to add some excitement to your life with Bellesa. Stay sexy, stay empowered, and we'll see you in the giveaway.
Welcome back to Wild Til 9.
Welcome back.
We are post-honeymoon.
Honeymooners.
And thank God it's today, because I think tomorrow I might be like out of commission tired.
Out of commission? What do you mean? I feel like that was our last 2 days.
No, I feel like I'm in the sleep debt right now.
Sleep debt. Yeah, you are.
And I'm able to hang on to the last coffee, but it's going downhill.
I feel like
I have so much energy coming back from honeymoon that also helps.
Okay. My first night back, I slept 14 hours. So I'm not entirely sure where that lands me on my
first
sleep
day
scale.
and night. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I was a goner, but I followed all the rules. Like we landed, so the time change was 9 hours. And so we got back to our house around like 4 p.m.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I can just make it to like 7:30, I'll be fine. Because as long as I like sleep like 6 hours even.
My favorite was that someone was like, so it was like the podcast coming out on Wednesdays now? Like what's up?
I saw that.
And I was like, well, kind of. Yeah.
But also, I was like, guys, I was like, we didn't even have to upload an episode, but we still did. We made sure we had an episode before we were gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah, but people expect it on Tuesdays.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And by the way, I like that energy way more than, you guys didn't upload?
Right, being like, oh, you were gone?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I was like, this is much better.
You were gone? So yeah, anyways, back to Tuesday uploads because we are back in our regular time zone as well now too, which is kind of like the main thing, and back on our TSJ supported network.
Well, we were on a TSJ supported network in Europe too, of course.
I don't know if anyone can understand the complexity of that.
I barely do. Wouldn't it suck to be like that distance? Like time zones from LA to Italy?
That was really hard.
Having a conversation with anybody, like one of you is always inconvenienced.
Yeah. No, that was really, really hard. Even from like for my job wise, it was really difficult because like prime time posting when people are like getting off work or like leaving school or whatever is midnight / like 3 a.m. in Italy time.
That probably plays a big role as to why there aren't more virally famous people in Botswana.
Like the crossover of the time zones. No, I totally understand. And I feel like Instagram now, I'm still like my feed, I'm seeing things from like 2-3 days later. So I'm sure like it levels out over a week of it being live, but still it was hard.
Yeah, I also just think that like having to think about when you should post something that doesn't feel natural also sucks.
What do you mean?
Like when you shoot something, like you're excited to just get it out and throw it out there.
Oh my God, yeah, I'd have to hold it until 1 a.m.
Right.
Fuck.
Like someone with ADHD would just never post anything ever because
totally, you'd forget about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, we are back from the honeymoon and my God, what a trip.
Yeah.
It was so good. It was so good.
Biggest takeaway?
I love noodles.
Okay. I was actually, mine's food related as well. And that is, we are officially trash.
Oh yeah, we're trash. I cannot wait to get into this. We ate at our first Michelin, our first and last Michelin star restaurant.
When I tell you that when you hear Michelin star, I want you to think, I probably am not going to fucking like this, and it's going to be expensive.
Yeah. Yep.
No hate, no shade on whoever made that food and received that award.
We're the problem. We're the problem here, and
Totally.
we are totally
But
acknowledging that.
We'll get to it. Because
Okay.
there's a water menu we need to go over.
Oh my god, the water menu.
Okay, so for people that have not been around, we went to Italy for our
We went
honeymoon.
to Italy for a honeymoon. So the itinerary was that we were able to fly direct to Rome. We did like a day and a half in Rome. Saw probably 4 days worth of Rome in one day.
Yep.
And then
Fuck, that was tiring.
oh my God. It was also like we had done this essentially red-eye flight and then just dove right into Rome.
So Lauren had never been to Italy before. I have been to Italy and I have been to Rome before.
Mm-hmm.
And Rome was the last time I went, least favorite by far.
Yeah.
Like to be missed as far as I was concerned. It's not that I wasn't interested. I just, of all of my Italy experiences, that wasn't one that was like, wow, that's like such a special place.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure what I was paying attention to 10 years ago.
How many days did you spend last time there?
3 or 4.
Oh my God. So like a lot of time.
I think that's a very normal amount of time
Yeah.
to spend anywhere. We just did it in 48
No,
hours.
we did
yeah.
it. We did it in such a less than
Right.
that.
But like, I guess then I condensed all of the things that, for the most part, that I thought were cool into that first day when we were here.
Yeah.
And so we did every sight, every sound, like Trevi Fountain, Vatican tour, museum,
Colosseum,
the
Palatine
Forum,
Hill, the
all
Forum.
all this shit,
St. Peter's Basilica,
12 hours,
Sistine Chapel.
like in
All
a
of
12-hour
it.
window.
Yeah, exactly. And a nap. And had time for a nap.
And had time for a nap.
And had time for like a 45-minute power nap.
So, okay. What was, when you got to Rome, because you've never been to Italy, like what I feel like you were taking it all in.
Oh my God, I loved Rome. I
Yeah.
also feel like I went in with lower expectations because I feel like a lot of people shit on Rome.
I
And
was
they're
one
like,
of them.
Yeah, and everyone's like, oh, it's whatever, like to be missed. Like it's sketchy, pickpocketers. I feel like pickpocketers is like such like a strong theme of like when
Right.
people talk about Rome. And I loved it. I also just
Great.
feel like I enjoy being in a city that has so many options. So it's like every little alley that we turned down had so many cute like cafes and little shops and gelato places.
As much as we want to be like, let's just go relax and do nothing, you get bored.
Yeah, totally. No, this was overall like this was such a great balance of like doing things
Yeah.
and also relaxing.
What you guys do on your honeymoon? Things.
Yeah, we did things.
things.
Doing things like like having like outings and like little adventures.
I'm not going to be generous or kind or empathetic enough to whatever this guy's situation is to not call it out. We had the smelliest tour guide maybe ever in existence.
It was tough.
And when I tell you that when your job is to say things and have people follow closely to you,
Yeah.
and you smell so bad, it ruins everything.
And listen, if this was at 3 p.m. because you had already done a morning tour,
Totally.
you're fucking working.
I get it.
You're sweating. It is hot
It's
as
hot.
balls in Rome at this time. But this was 9 a.m. This was 9 a.m. and I don't know what part of him was stinky. If it was the backpack, if it was the t-shirt, if it was everything, if it was
Well, I remember several times getting too close and realizing that there's two odors. It's however he smells, and then when he opens his mouth and throws some air at you. And I was like, I don't want to be in the same room as you.
I was like a foot lower, I think, so I didn't get the mouth breath type of situation.
To be honest, Europe in general, well, I won't speak for all of Europe. Italy was a little stinky.
A little bit stinky. We had a few stinky situations.
Actually, Italian men were a little stinky.
well, I feel like that's too broad of a statement.
I noticed that there were some Italian men who happened to be in close quarters to us that I wished had chosen a different fragrance.
Yes, we got stuck with a few stinky people. But anyways, the tours were great. We saw so much. And I feel like so what I know about Rome is like a very limited amount from art history in grade 10 and 11, which was so long ago.
I'd love for you to just go ahead and share your like high level. Like, go ahead and just talk.
Fucking so long ago, couldn't tell you anything.
Okay, got it.
And then Lizzie McGuire movie. That's essentially
Right.
my knowledge of Rome. And I was just so blown away. I also just feel like on every block, there are like the most beautiful structures of whatever sort, like everywhere.
We
was
just don't
crazy.
have that in America.
No, it was so crazy.
Yeah.
Like I was just so blown away by it. And everyone was so nice. Everyone speaks amazing English.
I talk about like winning the lottery before you're even like into the world.
Yeah, truly.
Growing up in a country where you speak a language that is widely accepted, I don't know if there's a bigger advantage.
Yeah. One of our like cab drivers or whatever between cities was saying how like in Europe, either you could learn 10 other European languages or just learn English as your second language.
And I guess, obviously, I realize that there are plenty of places in Europe that speak English as whether it's their national language or whether in England they just speak English. But I think about it in America. I didn't realize like we just lucked out and happened to speak the one language that like was so widely accepted in Europe.
Oh my God. Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah. So did a whirlwind of Rome and
Vatican.
And Vatican. We said that already. All of those.
And Lauren's, as she described them, whore knees didn't get her lit up in flame the moment she walked in.
I didn't burst into flames the moment I walked into the little Vatican country. So I feel like that's a win.
It's so like the things that guys like don't have to worry about.
It's crazy.
I felt bad for women in general that day.
Oh my God, it was so fucking hot. And obviously like they have, I was just listening to Brittany Broski talk about the Vatican museums and like the Sistine Chapel. I think it's the Sistine Chapel in particular where the air filters a total of 6 times throughout the entire day to preserve the art.
That's awful.
You think that's not, I felt like that was a lot.
The changes permitted in this room is 14.
Shut the fuck up.
I know that for a fact.
Anyways, loved it. Had a great time. Was beautiful. And artwork that big is like truly breathtaking.
I mean, to even call it, yeah, of course, artwork, but it's the whole room.
I loved Rome. I loved it so much. And I am devastated to find out that the Elizabeth McGuire movie final Hey Now performance was not actually filmed at the Coliseum, which when I was a preteen, did not realize. I was like, wow, that's fucking sick that they got the filming rights to film in the Coliseum. Now that I've been to the Coliseum, I'm like,
well, actually, when you're 16, you don't even know what filming rights are. You just go, I can't believe they did this in the Coliseum.
I'm like, wow, sick backdrop Lizzie.
How much of it was actually even shot in Rome at all?
Not that much because Jake Thomas, good friend, aka Matt McGuire, said that he had a lovely trip to Vancouver.
Arguably Matt McGuire, aka Jake Thomas.
Exactly. Yeah, he had a lovely trip to Vancouver, and so he never actually got to go to Italy.
It's good to know that Disney's taking advantage of tax credits for
in Canada. Slay.
For a long time. Was editing filmed in Rome?
Yeah. I definitely some of it had to be because they were like B-roll? On a moped. They definitely had to shoot at least a day of like moped, like little Vespa scooting around. Yeah. Because I watched it on the plane ride home, and I was like, "There's no way that you could fake all of this."
Well, yeah, and also like the backdrop of Rome, you could shoot anywhere and it would look like an old, beautiful city.
Totally.
Like you wouldn't have to even be.
Every single little corridor and alley and back street was just beautiful.
Like the cab driver, we're like, oh, these cobblestone roads are so cute. And he's like, sure are.
Yeah, fuck my suspension.
Yeah, I mean, whenever they want to go.
Yeah.
And they just keep repairing them.
You know, it's so cute that I feel like, I don't know, maybe cute's not the right word, but I really appreciate that everything that is under construction, they have that like really nice screened fabric that goes over it.
Like a scrim with the design of what the building will look like.
Or used to look like.
Yeah.
And so it just like hides all like the scaffolding.
Well, I just like, on that exact point, the things.
Like imagine New York did that.
Right. Yeah.
That'd be so nice. I just feel like it's so considerate.
But also, to me, it doesn't take as much away from everything around it because someone's trying to obviously, invest or like be innovative here. But like, you make the whole neighborhood look like a construction site when like there's a skyscraper that's like falling apart. Yeah.
I actually think that the ads on the sides of historic buildings are more distracting than any of like the construction zones.
There's I forget how much we are advertised to in America.
Oh my God, there was like a 50-foot picture of Rihanna next to the Trevi Fountain.
There was that. But like for the most part, I was more impressed with Italy's restraint.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
So we did Rome and honestly had a great time.
Yeah.
And then took a train to Naples.
What did you think of all the old shit in Rome that we went and saw? I feel like that was like a lot. Like that was like a day of seeing things that are almost like unbelievable. Like
I loved it.
I feel like you were so in it.
Yeah. What do you mean? I loved it.
You're not someone who like enjoys to talk about history.
Sure, but I like seeing it.
Yeah, you really did.
Yeah, I love seeing it.
I loved watching
I'm a
you.
very visual person. And
Yeah.
so like being in front of it, being like, oh shit, that's a crazy fucking marble column in front of me. Like I can appreciate that. I'm not someone who wants to like crack open a dusty history book, but like when it's in front of me, I'm like, oh shit, this is fucking crazy. Like this used to be like a pool. This is where like this happened.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the tour guides were all pretty solid. Stinky aside, like his actual tour was good.
He lost. It's all just a big
Stink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all smelly to me.
Got it.
The second guy was very sweet.
Yeah. But no, I feel like I learned a lot. And so they basically like have this little flag and you just kind of follow along and they herd you along and you have, they talk into a microphone and you've got like one earbud in. So you're like listening to what they're saying.
There's so many different groups and they all have like their own like
little,
somebody
like,
had
someone's
a pink
got a fucking
loofah.
on it. Another person's got their pole up Mickey's ass. Like, so everyone had like their different little like flag topper to know like who your group was.
I thought it was funny the tours that weren't in English and were obviously like targeted for a very specific demographic. Like it was so funny to see how like the troop leader compared to everybody who was in there. Like it was like hilarious to me.
Yeah.
And I also love when like people are like cracking up and laughing about things that I don't hear. What like there's a collective group of 30 people laughing their ass off because of the tour guide said, and I'm like, he didn't say anything funny.
I want another joke.
What was funny about what's going on in this room
I want another
that
joke.
we didn't hear?
Yeah. Any more questions, comments about Rome?
Any surprises?
I mean, I just like overall like how much I liked it.
Yeah.
Like I think I just went in with such low expectations based on so much critique around it that I just came out being like, what are you guys talking about? This city fucks.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I agree.
I loved it. I also loved having the option to have gelato every 6 steps.
Yeah, that's
in
nice.
every part of the city.
That is quite nice.
And I learned a lot about like quality gelato. And I'm gonna be honest, we didn't always follow the rules and I didn't have a bad gelato once.
So what's wrong?
What do you mean, so what's wrong?
The gelato or the rules?
I think it's
Who's to say?
I think it's all subjective.
I think beauty's in the eye of whoever's holding the gelato.
Yeah, because everyone said like the best gelato won't be like super bright colors. It won't be piled high. Like the mint won't be bright green. And like, listen, I fuck with a bright
So someone
green
had like
mint chip.
a heavy hand with the green
the food
6
coloring.
today.
Yeah, the
Okay.
green 40,
Yeah,
whatever.
Fine.
Yeah, no, I will say we did have some really, really good gelato in Capri though. That was that followed more of the rules because everyone's like, you got to look for the ones that are like underneath the aluminum like lid.
Yeah.
But those just aren't as pretty.
No, they're not. They're not. But they do taste pretty good.
I mean, listen, again, didn't have a bad gelato.
No, there's something to be said about like when a country obviously like I'm sure there are plenty of Italians who's like I don't ever need to eat gelato again for the rest of my life. But like the ones that can still deal with like the Americans pressing up their face against and like asking what all the like the flavors are despite the fact that it's in English right underneath and they're just ignoring it. It's just nice that like it feels very quaint and sweet and I don't know, it's cute.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. Fall has officially arrived, and that means it's time to give the house a seasonal refresh. This includes adding cozy fall decor, pillows, and plushies. Plushies? Plushies? One more plushie. One more plushie. But also taking the time to reset the bedroom. So our bedroom is obviously my favorite place because I love being horizontal and sleeping, okay? I know we're all going with that. It's where Jeremy and our children, Moose and Diggy and I, unwind at the end of the day, whether we're watching a movie or simply just catching up on the days we had. I always aim to make our bedroom the perfect place to hang out and just relax. Brooklinen has played a huge role in helping me create that cute, inviting space. Oh, this is going to be really good audio, I can already tell.
I just feel like they're so soft on the well, I guess they're the same on both sides, but like I just like how it feels on my face. This is nice.
That is so nice, babe.
But yeah, as everyone knows, we recently changed our well, I feel like also it's a big decision to like change what you're
Bedding?
gonna Yeah.
That's a huge deal.
Like as I get older, like how my grass looks and how my bedding feels
No, it's like, and like, that
takes
all
up more
matters.
real estate in my mind.
Yeah, 100%.
Than I think like 13-year-old me would have assumed.
No, it's a big decision.
We recently ordered our new sheets from Brooklinen and we love them. The hardcore sheet set bundles are fantastic as they come in with a core sheet set, extra pillowcases, and a duvet cover. Brooklynin's reputation is well-deserved, having been recognized by both Good Housekeeping and Wirecutter. Their award-winning blankets, sheets, and towels truly live up to the hype. Plus, Brooklinen offers great value, especially when you save by bundling.
Brooklinen also gives you the flexibility to mix and match from a wide range of colors and patterns to suit your personal style. I've been eyeing the cable knit throw blanket for fall. I think it would be perfect.
That's what we need.
Oh, that sounds
More blankets.
One more blanket. But I just feel like it's the perfect addition to the blanket collection. Brooklinen products are made to be loved and lived in for years to come. We love all the products and know that you will too. Ready to layer your dream fall bed? Visit in-store or online at brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com and get 15% off your first order. We have teamed up with Bellesa, a bi-women company that's all about empowering you to embrace, explore, and celebrate your sexuality. Here's the exciting part. We're literally sending out free vibrators or gift cards to everyone who signs up for our giveaway. You heard that right. Free!
I have no lines.
Belesa's mission is all about sex positivity and wellness. And we couldn't be more thrilled to support you in your journey of self-love, exploration, and fun. This is your chance to get your hands on some of the best sexual wellness products out there. Let me tell you about a few of our favorite toys from Bellesa that you could snag with your free gift card. First up, we've got the Pebble. It's got suction and vibration, and what's awesome is that you can control them independently. It's ergonomically designed to fit perfectly in your hand, making it super easy to use. No annoying pattern moans, just smooth, simple, and oh so satisfying. Then there is the Air Vibe. This one's got dual stimulation, so it's got you covered with both G-spot and clit stimulation. It's sleek, comes in a super discreet case, and it's totally waterproof. Perfect for all of your adventures, wet or dry. It's silent too, so you can keep things private unless you don't want to. Finally, the Key Vibe. This one is such a game changer, especially for couples. I literally just gifted it to a couple friend who came over the other night. We got a package of like 6.
Yeah, well, why 6? Whatever, go ahead.
Gotta share the love, babe. It's a partner toy, but what makes it special is that the remote looks like anything but a vibrator. It's discreet, smooth silicone stays in place magnetically inside your underwear, and it's wearable, waterproof, and of course, rechargeable. So whether you're new to sexual wellness or just looking to spice things up, there's something here for everyone. Make sure you sign up for the giveaway at bboutique.co/vibe/wildtil9 and get ready to add some excitement to your life with Bellesa. Stay sexy, stay empowered, and we'll see you in the giveaway.
I'm sure we have some things like that are equivalent to that. I just can't think of any of them. So I'm like, I wish we had that.
Yeah, I don't know. So then we took a train over to Naples and then a car ride from Naples to Ravello.
You skipped the fact that we had such a sweet waiter the last night in Rome who was like, by the way, like I watched your videos and like you helped me like learn how to speak English.
Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that feels like so long ago.
Yeah, it was so cute.
That was so sweet. No, because we were like, I met so many people who were like on vacation and also just happened to also be in Rome from different parts of the city. But then I also met some people who like lived in Italy. And so our server, you're right, the last restaurant of our last night in Rome was like, I learned YouTube. I learned so much of my English through watching YouTube videos.
It was so cute.
It was so cute.
Yeah.
It was so cute. And her English was fucking amazing.
They all spoke very, very fluent English.
And I'm only going to take a small piece of credit for that because I'm sure she was watching other YouTubers.
I don't think she said exclusively.
No.
But her English when she wanted to learn something,
was really good.
She turned on LaurDIY.
And that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. You can learn how to make a fucking craft here and learn how to speak English.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. High-speed train. So fun.
What a good idea.
What a good idea. Wish we had some of those here.
Well, I think they're coming.
Working on it.
I'm told.
So we'll see.
Yeah. High-speed rails, what a superpower.
I just love that dogs are allowed on the trains.
But like, some people are...
One of my biggest surprises.
But like airplanes and airports and the whole experience flying sucks. It's awful. It's been that way for 20 years. It's not getting any better. Trains are not that way. Like, I feel like the fact that you can go from one side of the country to the next having to get into the air
Yeah.
or go through airport
So
security,
nice.
huge.
No, Europe has really figured out the train situation,
I think they have, yeah.
the rail situation. It was so good. That was a big European surprise. We got to the train station. I was like, holy fuck, there's dogs everywhere. And like me and not having pet our own dogs for a couple days, I was like, let me pet a dog. I was dying.
You
I
were
was
starting
dying.
to look at cats with loving eyes.
I think that I actually developed a soft spot for Italy cats.
No, I think you did, and it's like weird to me.
Yeah. No. That was probably one of the most unexpected parts of the entire trip.
Because if you had asked me before the trip started, hey,
Yeah.
which one of you likes cats more? I'd be like, probably me. Like, I think I would have taken that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I would take that role anymore.
I feel like I've just been beat up by a few cats. And like unprovoked. Like there was a cat, remember that cat at that one winery they were in my hometown? And it literally just like walked up to me and beat the fuck out of me.
Okay.
I was like,
but what energy are you giving off so that the cat thinks it can do that to you?
no, but like, why did it do that to me? And so like when that type of shit happens, I'm like, God damn. I was like, these cats are so mean. I was like, why did it do that?
But if someone assigned that every dog was now mean because one dog maybe was a little rude?
No, I'm just saying that cats are a little temperamental.
Lauren,
Yes.
you're doing the thing that you would not like someone who didn't like dogs to do.
This cat at this winery beat me the fuck up, and me and that cat have beef, and it's separate of all the other cats because me and the Italy cats, I was down with the Italy cats.
No, you were like obsessed with them. It was like getting annoying.
I liked the Italy cats a lot.
And like, spoiler alert, we can just move on. A couple of them died in the pool, and Lauren was not okay.
Oh, why would you bring that up?
You saw dead cats in the
No,
pool?
I
Floating.
didn't see dead cats. No, we didn't see it. We didn't see it. Okay. So in the Amalfi Coast, in Ravello, there were all these cats that like lived by the pool
There's a mom.
on our resort. Yeah, there was a mom and some like cousins and stuff. So bunch of cats, and a couple of them were like 3-4 months old, and those are the ones that really warmed me up. That was the beginning of me and the Italy cats.
Well, because they got fed twice a day, right?
Did they?
They got fed at least at some point.
I don't know. Anyways, the staff that was at the resort though was like, come here, let me show you something. And so she like pulled me like behind like the back of the pool
And here's two
and
dead
like
cats.
opened up the palm fronds.
What if she really had showed you two dead cats? What would you have done?
That would have been so fucked.
That would be awful.
I would have been like, this, like for the emotional trauma of this, I don't know. But anyway, so then she opened up the palm fronds and was like, look at it, there's kittens. There was 2-week-old kittens with the mom and there were 6 kittens.
What's the gestation period on cats?
This was not the same mom who had
Got
had
it.
those other ones that were 3 or
Also,
4
I was
months
gonna say,
old.
she gets around.
Yeah.
Wow. A hussy.
But they were very cute and they were so playful, and they also were beating the fuck out of each other, but like in a really like cute, like playful way. And so they were kind of like the pool entertainment for this resort.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it was pretty small, like the resort. So there weren't that many people. And so like we, were chatting with other people and, meeting the cats and stuff.
Well, not anything is as like Texas sized as things in America. Like things don't need to be like the biggest convention center all the time, all over the place. It's actually quite nice to not have like 6 different pool options.
Oh yeah, exactly. There was one pool.
Yeah.
And
With a pool.
12 loungers.
Right.
And it was so nice. And also too, like Ravello is at the very top of this like cliffside. And so even everything in the hotel, we were like, how the fuck did they get this up here? Because it's a one-way cobblestone street to the top of this like area of Ravello. And you're not even allowed to go up some of the roads unless you have like a permit pass to like go to a specific hotel to like drop a guest off or something.
It's the opposite of convenient.
So I'm like, this grand piano, like how did you get this up here? It makes no
one
sense.
piece at a time.
What, one
I'm
key?
sure.
One key at a time.
No, it's wildly impressive, but also no wonder like when something's built, it has to be built well because it's going to stay there
It's gonna stay there forever.
as is for a
Forever.
long time.
And okay, so anyway, so back to the cats. So we met some other couples. We had done a cooking class also.
Everyone was from America.
Everyone's from America.
We hung out with a bunch of Americans.
People from Santa Monica, like down the street. Yeah.
Literally, everyone knew the
Yep.
same places that we eat.
Yeah, totally. And so one of the couples that we did this cooking class with, which was so much fun, they went back down to the pool area when we got back, and they invited us for a drink. Thank fucking God we said no. Thank fucking God.
Thank God we're antisocial.
What?
Thank God we're antisocial.
Oh my God, we were just so tired. So we got back from this cooking class and we had like shared a cab with them on the way back. They go down to the pool to like have another drink when we get back. And it had been super windy that night. And I guess 2 of the kittens had blown into the pool and then drowned. And so then they found them. They were the ones that found them, and it was so sad. I could literally cry.
The next morning, the guy from the couple like tells me the story, and I
Yeah.
go, "That is awful. It's terrible." And you know what else is also terrible? How you're never going to tell that to my wife. You're not. You're going to lie to her. You're not going to say this. Not 7 seconds after he sees you guys. Well, you guys hear about the cats? I was like, are you fucking kidding?
Oh my God, I could cry all over again.
It was sad.
It
Very
was
sad.
so sad.
Like you just started to like cats 5 minutes ago, and now two are dead.
I know. It was so sad.
Arguably, did you push them?
It was so, did I push them? What the fuck? What is wrong with you?
I don't know. Had I not seen you obsessing over them, maybe I would have thought that. But yeah, you were obsessed with them.
Oh my God.
Although I think you would have been obsessed with anything that moved and had 4 legs towards the end.
I was so desperate for animal interaction. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could have, but you know, there's not that many animals that I don't. Outside of the primate category, there's not that many animals that I wouldn't have been like, let me hold and pet this animal.
Got it. Babies.
Not an animal.
Well,
Actually, yes, animal.
Well, I guess, yeah. Okay.
Mammal.
Anyways, that was a tragic. That was the low light of the whole entire trip.
Yeah.
Is having to thank fucking God though we didn't go down for that drink. Oh my God. I would have been beside myself.
So we went from busy city to not so busy city. And again, not that we have to do things our way, but I just enjoyed that we had like a lot of like energy out in the beginning to then just be loafs for a few days.
Yeah. No, it was so nice. It was such a great balance of like going so hard at the beginning for a day and then just relaxing and like enjoying the beautiful Amalfi Coast, which exceeded all expectations. I went into that with a high expectation being like, everyone loves the Amalfi Coast. And it was breathtaking.
I also think that because I've seen it on so many people's Instagram, I had a vision for what I thought it was going to look like in my head. And I don't know if that compared or not, but like having gone, it's just so quaint. It's very cute.
Oh my God, I loved it so much. We also stayed at an amazing resort called Palazzo Avino. And they did such a great job just making it just like so aesthetically pleasing. It was so pink and cute.
And like when you tell people like you're on your honeymoon, no matter where you are, I feel like they like obligatory, like nice to you or like nicer to you. But there's something to be said about the level of service that Italy just has as a baseline, and it's your honeymoon. Incredible.
So nice.
If we
Everyone
didn't,
was so nice.
If we didn't want to lift a hand for like a day straight, we wouldn't have had to.
This is where we had the Michelin star restaurant.
Okay.
This is where we had our first and last Michelin star meal.
Now, just for a quick reminder, our wedding menu had chicken fingers and other finger foods on it. So, but point is, we are not.
We don't have a refined palate.
Yeah.
We don't claim to be foodies.
And we're also both
love
picky.
food.
We're both picky.
Yeah, but I like what I like.
Love what I love.
Love what I love.
Not interested in anything else.
Not interested in anything else.
And you know what? You know, like but like try new things. Not food.
Not interested. Not interested.
I'm good on it.
Yeah.
I can already tell I don't like this.
So there was a restaurant at our hotel that had the Michelin star.
And remind everyone, we didn't book everything ourselves, which was our maybe first and last mistake.
This was no, literally after this, we had an amazing travel agent. She was so great and like set us up so incredibly, like everything was so smooth. I did go ahead and after that night cancel a lot of the subsequent dinner reservations that we had because she had assumed that our palates were more refined than they actually are in real life.
And
that's on us.
I feel like a lot of people
That's on us.
would assume at a honeymoon, you were like, oh, you eat all this like really nice, super romantic things. And like, we're just not like that.
I want a pizza and I want a noodle.
After a day of hanging out together, lounging,
Yeah.
just want to lounge somewhere not uncomfortable with you. That's all I want.
With a noodle.
It could have a noodle.
With a noodle. And like a nice basket of bread.
Yeah, well, yeah, those things don't always have to go together, but in Italy they do.
Yeah, in Italy, they really do.
Bread comes before everything.
And I loved every minute of it.
Yeah.
So we go to this Michelin star restaurant and you first get taken to like one area where they give you the menu and you decide what you want at a different table than you even get seated at to like enjoy your meal.
Right.
And so there were 3 different set menus that have like 5 to 6 different courses. Also like really fucking expensive too. So it's like to pay for food that we know that we're also not going to enjoy. Like that's not the most cost efficient approach to the dinner either.
As far as waste goes, it's wasted on us.
So we're going through these 3 different like set menus, these fixed menus, and being like, oh fuck, there's not one on here that's gonna like that I like the majority of.
And by the way, just to set the scene, when you sit down at this little couch and they, what did you want to drink or whatever, they kind of go through this. So the first option, and it's like, there's a story. The second option is a bigger story.
Oh my God.
Amazing story. And then like on page 4, if for those fucking idiots that wouldn't want one of these beautiful things that we've put together, that painstakingly to every like the reason that people travel for hours to come here are these 3 pages. For the idiots that like wouldn't want that, there's 6 things on that menu.
For the a la carte.
And it's like it's very much presented to you like this is wrong.
You could do this.
You like this is available to those
but you
who
shouldn't.
don't know better.
Yes.
And then silence.
And so we went ahead and both chose something off the a la carte menu, the best option, the only option on the entire menu of something that looked like it would be edible for us, which was a lobster 3 ways is what it was called. And
Hard to fuck up lobster, right?
the disheartening / disapproval that
She didn't try.
no, she didn't try. I feel like she
Here, you ordered
admitted
off.
defeat real quick.
I'll show you. Go ahead.
So we're actually both going to do the a la carte. Could we possibly do the lobster 3 ways?
Menu, walks.
Yeah, literally
There's no-
acknowledges like with her presence and then just like exits.
She was really fluent in English a moment ago.
Yeah, exactly. And so then eventually we get taken up to like the main restaurant area, get handed a menu for water.
Yeah.
First time I've ever been handed a fucking menu where you could get a $30 bottle of
There's 6
water.
different varieties of $30 bottle of water.
6 times 2, sparkling and still. Both sides.
Gas, natural, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
A concept I'm still not trying. I'm trying to. Is natural without bubbles?
Yeah, without bubbles.
And then gas is with bubbles.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah. And so you get handed a water menu. And it's like very common in Europe that water is not free and that you typically buy a bottle of water. And most restaurants, it's like it's like a couple euros and you get like a pretty big bottle of water.
When we were handed the water menu, that's when the Rockford, Illinois came out at me. I couldn't resist myself. I go, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. You're gonna have to walk us through what are we looking for here? Because these are just waters. They're just names with prices. Help us out here.
We went with an exotic
This guy
Pellegrino.
He goes, Perrier is great. Thank you.
Did we have Perrier? I thought it was Pellegrino.
Kevin told us Perrier, and I know that because Kevin said it.
And we did, in fact, name the Squishmallow that we were given at the beginning of the trip.
So when we
after
realized
Kevin.
when we were on the a la carte side that like we were no longer were going to be viewed as desirables at this restaurant, I feel like when we showed our hand, and it wasn't a very exciting hand,
No.
fortunately for us, everyone that was like on the wait staff lowered their expectations for us immediately and allowed us to be trash.
I feel like
the rest of the night.
I feel like they were enjoying it though.
I think so too.
I think they were enjoying
Might I
our-
say, I think
yeah.
they enjoyed us than the rest of the
maybe.
the stuck up enjoying good food visitors.
Patrons.
I just like there's to me even being a foodie wouldn't be like so particular about it. I don't know.
So first course was a sliver of lobster about the size of a thinly sliced radish in some kind of like fancy sauce. And like you just know anytime there's like little dots of like different flavors, you're
Yeah.
just like, oh fuck, this is above my pay grade here. Like this is
I'm also just not
This is
adventurous.
terrifying.
Like when I order the things that I like to eat, I like the exact way that I like them. So if I'm eating something for the first time, I'm not even gonna dip it in the 3 dots. So I don't like. Was that part of the experience?
Yeah, and I did dip in the 3 dots and it was fine.
You dip in the dots.
I dipped in the dots.
Okay.
Yeah, I dipped in the dots. You know what's actually so funny that you said that? Remember, was this on the honeymoon where I was like, do you think it's just our generation that loves Dippin' Dots?
That was on the honeymoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in case anyone's wondering how far we got in conversations,
Hard-hitting questions that I do be asking is that, do you think it's just our generation that loves Dippin' Dots? Because I feel like...
Show, what are your thoughts on Dippin' Dots?
Love cookies and cream Dippin' Dots.
Yes.
Oh,
Best.
You're
fire.
correct.
Fire.
Yeah.
I'm personally a cookie dough because you get the whole cookie dough ball.
Big cookie dough fan as well.
Okay. Well, so one Gen Z is in on Dippin' Dots, so maybe that's a...
I think
okay.
we might lose them on Gen Alpha, but I think Gen Z's in.
Is Gen Alpha even old enough to eat ice cream?
No, they're still in the womb. I think.
Yeah, it's fine. Certainly don't have an opinion. No, I feel like that's probably going to die with us. Though.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Second course and third course, basically, so we had the sliver of lobster as
3
course
ways.
1, and then Lobster Three Ways. That was the title of it. Second one was you got a little more of the lobster, like a substantially more,
Right.
not a substantial amount, but more than the sliver.
Mm-hmm.
And it was okay.
I'm having a difficult time remembering what it was.
It was like I don't love the taste of char, and it was cooked with like a char situation. So it wasn't my favorite.
Cooked with a char situation?
Yeah, cooked with a char situation. And then the third one was this little tiny
The
lobster
closest thing to resembling a lobster.
ball. No, that was course 2. The one where you actually got like the body. Remember that was the one that I was like, oh, I don't love the taste
Oh,
of
that's
like how
right.
this was cooked.
They peaked early. It was downhill from there.
Yeah, and then course 3 was this little lobster ball that came on this like little mini podium next to the body of the lobster.
Yep.
And that was actually not bad, but you only got one. And it was like the size of a marble.
Right.
So anyways, then I ate a fuck ton of bread.
As one does.
And you know what though? Dessert at that restaurant slapped.
What was dessert?
I don't know, but there was a whole tray of little mini desserts and little mini pastries. Those were all actually so good.
I watched Lauren insert almonds into her mouth and almost swallow them 16 times on this trip. I mean, she'll just like poke around at things, and like when she's decided if it's safe, it's just safe. And I literally like removed one from her mouth. I was like, in your mouth is a raw almond.
It was like embedded into the middle of like a bread knot, and I didn't see it.
It was halfway down your throat before I fished it out.
It was in my mouth. It was fully in my mouth.
A lot of almonds in desserts.
Yeah, I do want to say that I do carry an EpiPen, and most of the time I had it with me.
What's the expiration date on that?
It's brand new. Fucker.
Is it?
Yes.
The last time I believe when I took it out of your mouth, you go, it's fine, I have an EpiPen. It's fine.
That was the day that I did forget it.
And then later that night you go,
that was the day that I
don't have an EpiPen.
That was the day that I
have
did
it.
forget it. Someone actually asked me on YouTube today, because I just uploaded the honeymoon vlog. They were like, what's it like traveling in Italy with a nut allergy? And like, what I do want to say is that I feel very fortunate to have.
Yeah, call it even a nut allergy.
It's not even a nut
crazy.
allergy. Yeah, exactly. It's like even if there were like almonds on a salad, I could literally just pick the almonds off the salad and still
I wish
eat
you
it.
wouldn't. I wish you wouldn't.
Listen,
we all wish you wouldn't.
never had any close calls there, so it's fine. And then I also, because I've been eating macarons, it does take one. I've been eating macarons for years and years and years before I knew that I had an almond allergy, and that's made with
Almond flour.
Almond flour, yeah. So I'm pretty sure my allergist thinks that it's just raw almonds. So
I wish that I could be a doctor and give people the advice of, I think it's just
it's
this.
just maybe this.
I
Yeah.
I
think
learned
it's
about Lauren's almond allergy after we were shooting a LaurDIY video, and Lauren had consumed like 3 or 4 cocktails with like almond liqueur
Yep.
that
Oh,
we
that's
didn't
right.
know
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
almond based.
And we were like, oh no, this will for sure be fine. This is so processed.
no, we didn't know, like, because it's not called that. It's like called another name.
Wait, was it amaretto?
Yeah, maybe amaretto. And we that's when we learned that it's from almonds. And you're like, oh, I'm like super allergic.
But it's gonna be fine.
And you made it.
And it was totally fine. I had no reaction whatsoever.
I wonder if like we'll be able to like know what our kid is most susceptible to after
Yeah.
we do these tests for allergies.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No, I don't think so. I don't think that's the same category.
Got it.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Remember when we were kids and every day brought a new adventure of learning, whether it's picking up a skill or diving into a new hobby? Our curiosity was endless and we were always growing. But as we get older, that curiosity often gets buried under the weight of responsibilities and it feels like there's no time left to grow. What if I told you there's a way to reignite that sense of discovery, not just in what you learn, but in your overall well-being? That's where BetterHelp comes in.
Therapy can help you reconnect with that sense of wonder because your back to school phase doesn't have to have an age limit. BetterHelp is completely online, making it convenient, flexible, and designed to fit into your life. After a quick questionnaire, you're matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time.
Therapy has been transformative for me when it comes to self-discovery and growth. Before starting, I had no idea how much I was carrying old habits, unresolved emotions, and doubts that were holding me back. Through therapy, I've been able to unpack all of that and gain a clearer understanding of who I am and what I want. It's like shedding layers to reveal a more confident, authentic version of myself. I'm like an onion. I have layers. It's been one of the most rewarding journeys that I've taken.
Rediscover your curiosity with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/WT9 today and get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/WT9.
The dessert was great and the servers were so much fun. And I think they really got a kick out of us struggling through our Michelin star meal. That'll be our first and our last. Beautiful view, great service. Amazing desserts, subpar lobster.
Yeah,
Three
yeah.
ways.
And in a country with such great food.
Yeah, that's the thing is that like I just feel like it felt like a wasted meal.
Again, we are wrong. I don't think that they should change anything. I think
Totally.
they should keep doing
No, it's
exactly
us.
what
It's
they're
us.
doing. We're the
This is
we're
the
the problem.
problem.
Yeah, we're the problem.
But like in such literally fucking airport food in Italy goes hard. So it's like even the worst meal that we could have found in the area at just any restaurant off the street would have been better than the Michelin stars.
For us.
For us.
For us.
For us.
And anybody
Again,
else who has
for us.
But yeah, just for us, yeah.
Because like any plate of spaghetti from any place in Italy is gonna go hard.
Probably.
And I stand by that.
I agree.
And so the next night, we again had one of the most outrageous food encounters and experiences that I've ever experienced.
Oh yeah.
So this was a fancy restaurant that I wasn't able to cancel the reservation in time. There was like a 24-hour window. We missed it.
Literally while we're at dinner at the Michelin star restaurant,
I was trying to cancel it.
Lauren's looking
Yeah.
through all these things, just
Yeah.
like, no, that's gotta go.
That's
That's gotta go. That's gotta go.
That's gotta go. And so this is the one that we couldn't cancel and still had to go to. Beautiful view.
Beautiful.
Again, great service. Amazing bread.
Go ahead.
You know what? Actually, this place, the meal was like a bigger portion size than the Michelin star place and whatever. Like that was fine. But so the little aperitif, is that how you say it? Aperitif?
Don't ask me.
Aperitif?
Oh,
Or whatever. It was
no
like the
idea.
little appetizer or whatever.
Yeah.
So they bring it out and they were like, this is like from the chef. And he's like gives us a whole story, this like so descriptive and
there's
misrepresents.
an order to even eat
the order
food.
you eat the food, and it's all presented so beautifully in like these 4 different like stages. And so like this represents land, this represents sea, this represents fire, and
Yes.
this represents air. So whatever, we get through the first
Air.
3. Air. We get
Yeah.
to air. When I tell you that air is a fucking
Empty spoon.
empty spoon that has been dragged through some kind of like lemon
I don't even know if it was
flavoring or
dragged. I
something.
think it was like in the same zip code.
or just like touched.
Yeah.
An essence of.
Adjacent to lemon.
And so the 4th course of this appetizer is that you put a fucking empty spoon
In your mouth.
in your mouth.
Just and like, listen, I think that's very cool for whoever cares. I really do. When I can't make it through someone telling me that without going, does anybody ever like kind of make fun of that for being
Literally, I was like, is this spoon, like I wonder what we eat with this spoon.
right?
But this spoon is the 4th course?
Mind you,
This empty spoon is the 4th course.
shovel-sized spoon,
Shovel-sized spoon.
which is ironic given it doesn't actually carry anything.
Nothing.
If there was ever a time for a small spoon,
It's
that
now.
would have been that.
It's now.
Yeah.
So 4th course of that appetizer was, in fact, an empty spoon. And that was one of the most memorable moments of the trip for me because it was so fucking funny.
Yeah, that was also the place that I refound my love for cryptocurrency when there was a 20% conversion on every dollar that went from euros to dollars from your own money. I was like, 16%? Really? Really? And that's insane to me.
Not great.
No, it's awful.
Not great. Yeah, the ATMs there were like a 17.5 surcharge.
I was like, okay.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And so that was the Amalfi Coast. We went to an incredible beach club. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. First time that Jeremy and I have ever been in the ocean together. I was like, you are going to get into this water right now. We are in Italy on the coast side of the Amalfi Coast.
To be
You're going
fair-
to get in this ocean.
The first non-work vacation we've ever been on.
Fiji would be the first.
But that was coming back from work.
Yeah, but we got on a plane that separated us from the work city. So I feel
Okay.
like it counts.
All right.
Feel
Sure.
like it counts. And so anyways, I was like, there's no world where we are leaving Italy and you're not getting in this ocean. And Jeremy got in the ocean, had a great time.
I felt a little more pressure to get in the ocean than not getting in the ocean.
And did you have a great time?
Amazing.
Had a great time.
I will say their water's
was
bathtub
so
warm.
warm.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And because it's so salty, you just fucking float around. Like you're so buoyant.
Yeah.
And everything is beautiful. We had great drinks. We liked the people that we were with.
A
and
waterproof
we're having
camera.
a great time. We have a waterproof 360 camera.
That Lauren honestly became the biggest fucking fan of immediately.
It was so much fun.
Yeah. Like, I didn't think you were going to put it in your mouth and run around the house with it, but I'm glad you did.
And I'm so glad that 1 million people have seen that on TikTok.
And counting.
There's this anime called Attack on Titans, and
Mm-hmm.
I look exactly like one of the Attack on Titans.
Is that a compliment to yourself?
I would say probably not, but
Okay.
it is an accurate comparison.
Okay.
They're
Got it.
not wrong.
Got it.
They're not wrong.
Okay. They're making points.
They're making points that I do See.
I'm always amazed. The things that like you tell me that people think that you look like.
Yeah.
I'm always like either like, oh, that's wow, spot on, or like, huh? What?
Like what?
There's like literally like so many cartoons.
The guinea pig from Bedtime Stories?
Yes, shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that one is pretty accurate. That one I really do see.
Moving
It
on.
sucks because Adam Sandler is the voice of that little guy,
Well,
which I don't feel like is quite fitting.
maybe the next time they come up with a follow up to that, he'll
Yeah.
be too busy. They'll call you.
Can't wait. Can't wait. Next city was Capri.
You- Just tell me your trash for that. Tell me your trash. Capri.
Capri.
I didn't know. Yeah, we now know it's Capri.
It's Capri.
It's probably not. That's the best that I can do.
No, it's Capri, but I'm gonna just say Capri because I feel fucking pretentious as hell saying Capri.
Yeah. And we had to take a boat there, which was actually quite great.
Oh my god, it was so much fun. It was literally like it felt like a frat party boat.
Whenever you're on like a moving vessel with a bunch of people you don't know, odds are
Worst nightmare.
Yeah,
that is nightmare fuel for me.
baseline is nothing bad happened.
Yeah.
Like that's a success.
Like someone didn't projectile vomit off the side.
No one accidentally fell off or died
yes.
or vomited on me.
Yeah.
Great trip on the way there.
Great
Wish
trip
we
on
had
the way
taken
there.
that bus on the way back. But we'll get to that.
Agreed.
I feel like after like the second and the mid tour and like very honeymoon-esque, everything's like fun and romantic. I didn't really know what to expect out of an island in the middle of Italy.
Yeah.
And it didn't disappoint.
Oh my god, I know. I feel like before we planned this trip, I didn't realize that Capri was an island. One.
Oh, when we were on the way there, I think I was learning that.
Yeah, didn't realize that Capri was just an island. Two, there are only 70 cabs on the entire island. So if every single cab driver is driving, you've got 70 cabs.
Welcome back to Lauren's Wikipedia. This is great. Yeah,
I know.
keep going. Yeah.
There's also two little sections of Capri. So you've got Capri and Anna Capri.
Uh-huh.
Loved Anna Capri.
The older, not bougie, actually.
Yeah,
side.
no, I feel like people didn't tell us about Anna Capri. People only talk about Capri where all like the little designer stores are, and it was bougie.
It's like, if I want to go to Rodeo, I'll go there. I want to go see your grandma's
Ceramics.
Well, yeah.
Lost you. Okay, got it.
Yeah, no, we were here. It's just, and then, okay.
I loved all the ceramics.
Yeah, I loved that you loved them.
But yeah, they just like had little mini versions of every designer store you could ever imagine. And so one, things are $1 and then two, there's like one bag in every store.
This is so random, but the ceramics reminds me because we got like a little like cute little Lewis placard thing that we're gonna like put together. And by we, you. And it reminds me of the fact that for whatever reason, and maybe someone can shed some light on this, no one who speaks Italy, and it's Italy. No one who speaks Italian natively could say Lewis in a way that like actually sounded like Lewis to us.
It was crazy.
So like I don't know how to like even recreate it, but
It was like Lurs.
I have a really close, like actually from Italy, Italian friend. Should I ask her to send an audio message?
yeah, because like they all said it. As far as I'm concerned, like how did you say that? So like I don't know what.
Yeah, no, they had a really hard time with Lewis, which was so interesting because I feel like in America, there's like
there's a million of us.
there's two ways to spell it and there's only one clear way to say it.
Right,
Yeah.
and that was not the case.
No, oh my God, that was
You
so
know, sometimes
interesting.
it's Jeremy Lewis. And
We're
just,
trying to. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I cannot believe that in this situation, my last name might have been the easier approach for the reservation.
maybe though. Maybe.
No, but like maybe because
Maybe.
like it was crazy. They struggled so hard with
Well,
Lewis.
also,
It was so odd.
if someone like gets through two like struggled syllables
Yeah.
of you're like, oh, that's me. Versus like I'm not used to not like wait Lewis.
No, it was like unidentifiable.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Like people usually spell Jeremy with like 16 E's. I'm used to that, but like not being able to pronounce Lewis was new for me.
Man.
It was honestly a really cute thing.
Welcome.
Yeah,
Welcome to the club of mispronounced last names.
I don't want to stay here.
Oh, okay. Well, see you on the way out.
Okay, you're coming with.
Yeah. Eventually. So Anna Capri, so cute. You know what though? We did have the best gelato in Capri in like the bougie section.
We did.
There was a really, really big line for a place, and we were like, oh shit, this means it's probably really good. And the line did in fact pay off, and it was in fact really, really good.
And like before you even get there, they're like, this line's it's inconvenient as hell. You had to wait in this all of the reasons why one wouldn't want to go there were present.
Yeah.
And everyone didn't care.
No.
Yeah.
And so I was like, obviously this is good enough. It's going to be worth it. And it was. And it was.
I don't know how everyone just like carries a bunch of individual euros around Europe because half the places didn't take credit card. It was killing me.
Yeah. Well, I came home with about $18.50. So in euros.
Okay, well, next time.
Next time I'm going to put it in a folder. I actually have a folder called Foreign Dollars.
Foreign dollars?
Foreign dollars.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got some Canadian in there.
Next time we go to the strip club, let's do that.
Okay. All right.
I would love to watch you throw loonies.
at someone.
Yeah.
For the Toonie slide.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
So the one thing that we didn't get to do in Capri, though, which was a bummer, was the boat tour. And so honestly, like I knew that there was a very slim chance we were going to the Blue Grotto, which is like this iconic like little grotto cave where it's really dark and the water looks really, really blue.
Yeah,
I was like, whatever. Apparently it's super overrated.
Didn't you do a grotto on your bachelorette trip?
We did a nope, not a grotto. It starts with a
Oh, it's the word
C.
I had never heard of it before.
Starts with a fucking what's it called? It's got stalagmites and stalactites.
Oh.
I can't remember.
No idea. But I know that when you said it to me, I was like, what are you saying?
Yeah, different things though, different things. But you go through this in a boat in Capri. But there was a windstorm and the waters were super choppy, and so we didn't end up getting to go out on the boat. And like I didn't even care about like the actual Blue Grotto. I just wanted to like eat a delicious sandwich and drink champagne on the boat and like see the island from like the water.
Well, we kind of did that on the way back.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, one thing I want to talk about Capri is that they do beach clubs so well. I feel like for us being a coastal city, there should be more beach clubs. I feel like we are fucking missing out on the beach club culture.
The beach, the coastline in California
Yeah.
is public property.
Oh, and so they can't build.
I mean, you can't own it. So you would have to
Fuck.
it would have to be like behind the beach.
Oh, that's less fun.
Yeah.
Man, that's such a bummer.
I know.
That's
If we had more capitalism in America.
Yeah, hang on.
it would be-
Hang on.
Like, I get it. I see both ways.
Yeah. But the beach club situation is so much fun. You like rent a lounger and then you just order food and drink, and it's like all of them are like kind of designed differently, and
I just like that
it's such a fun experience.
It was very relaxed.
It was so relaxed. Like, it was just so chill.
Like the word club, I think is such a. I hear club and I'm like, oh,
Yeah, club is not like the right word. That's like not quite fitting.
And it
It's
wasn't
like,
a resort.
It's not a resort. It's
Yeah.
just like it's kind of just like a rest. It's like a casual restaurant where you sit on a lounger. It's kind of like what the vibe is.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, and it was so chill. And so we just I read my little book, and we sipped our little limoncello spritzers.
It's quite nice.
Got a pizza or two.
But it's like there's not like banging music. It's not like you have to like do the thing that everybody else is doing. You can just be in your little area.
Yeah, right. That's right. There's no music or anything. There's like everyone's like very respectful, and like no one's like blabbing super loud. Like it was
No.
just so peaceful.
There's a middle-aged man named Mario, which is great.
Yeah, exactly. Who was the lifeguard?
Mario the lifeguard, yeah.
So we did 2 of those in Capri. The second one was unexpected. That was like our replacement for the boat day, and it was so much fun.
It was cute.
But yeah, the boat back from Capri to Naples or Naples? Yeah, Capri to Naples. Oh my God. So I don't have motion sickness issues on boats, but I do have boat anxiety because of my emetophobia. Because this boat.
Boat anxiety.
I have boat anxiety. I have travel anxiety, just like
Right.
overall. I mean, we've talked about that a lot. Like on an airplane, like I feel like very trapped. Like if someone gets like sick in the row behind me and I'm trapped on the airplane, it's my worst nightmare. Oh my! I feel like this boat ride unlocked a new level of boat anxiety for me, and nothing even particular really even happened. But like this boat was not a party boat vibe.
No. On the way out, party boy. Frat house on the water.
On the water.
On the way back,
Megabus on a boat, rocking real hardcore side to side.
I'm not kidding. We got 6 feet into the water, and I was like, oh, this is not gonna go off of Lauren.
Nope.
Not gonna go off.
Nope.
And I was like,
they're like rows and rows of seats indoors. There's no fresh air and it's silent. There's not even fucking like elevator music playing over like the intercom or anything. It is silent. And so we're rocking real hardcore. It's a big bow back and forth, like side to side. And like I see one person start looking a little nauseous and I'm like, oh, I need to get the fuck out of here.
it's somebody you're like hyper aware of that, and that's just like not something that even like crosses my mind.
It's the emetophobia though, right? Because
Totally.
like I'm thinking about other people getting sick.
Right.
And because I was like, oh, we're in an atmosphere where there's going to be someone who's going to get sick for sure. And it's like, oh my God, I'm trapped on this fucking boat, rocking side to side in dead silence. This is my worst nightmare. So I ended up making myself a seat on the outside of the main cabin.
Which wasn't a seat.
No, it wasn't a seat. It was like a part of the boat that just happened to have like a little pole that had a little perch on top that I just sat on.
When I tell you that there was a moment in time where I go, if I get to Naples and we go, where's my wife? And she just like fell off the back. And people were like, so why weren't you with her when she was outside, like being anxious and sick? I was like, she wasn't out. She just went out there to avoid being anxious. I didn't know that she fell off the back. I went through this spiral of like, what if she like doesn't realize that you're not supposed to be out there and falls off and no one's looking?
No, there were other people too who I think like had to have the fresh air because there were people who were like even just like making themselves seats on steps.
Well, going back to the changes per hour thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if that air changed per hour.
Not once.
Yeah.
Not a single
I think
time.
whatever air you started with is what you end with.
And so we got on this boat and started rocking. And I was like, oh my fucking God, this boat is an hour long. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. So I sat myself outside on this little pole perch. And it was great. It was amazing. Immediately, because I was like, I can like talk myself down being like, okay, I've never been motion sick before on a boat. So like, I don't feel sick because I'm actually motion sick. Like that's not an issue for me. I'm panicking and having a panic attack because people look sick around me. And what I will say is that there were other people out there who like had barfy bags and one guy was just like positioned in front of a trash can. But it was so loud and there was so much stimulation from like the wind and how fast we were going and the waves that I was like, I'm fine out here because even if someone does get sick, I won't hear it.
I also think that there's maybe, and this might just be my perception of it, I feel like you're most on edge when you perceive someone to like be unwell and like out of control or like might go out of control versus like if someone's got a bag and ready to go, I feel like you're almost like, okay, they might be sick, but it's like, it's not going to be a surprise. It's like, okay, got it. They're fine. Cause like, I feel like when someone's like running to a bathroom, that's your worst nightmare.
Oh yeah, that really stresses me out. There was a girl on the plane when we first landed in Italy who ran to the bathroom to get sick, and I clocked it immediately.
Yeah, like that stresses you out.
Yeah,
but it's like someone's like cool, calm, collected. Like,
but if that lady, because she was in the seat like diagonal behind me, if she had gotten sick in a bag, that'd be worse.
Right, totally. But like, I feel like if you can like know that it's there and not have to look that way, and like you're like, okay, got it. That's better than something you're unsure of. I see your like body energy when like a surprise, whatever happens to you, and you don't like that. Or like when you're unsure if the sound or the thing that you saw is someone being
related.
sick,
yeah.
you get very uncomfortable.
Yeah. That's for sure a trigger. For sure. So yeah, then I sat my ass outside at the back of the boat for 15 minutes, and it was great. Did my Wordle, did my connections.
15 minutes? Longer than that.
What?
Longer than 15 minutes.
No, 45.
Yeah.
50.
Yeah.
Sorry, 50 is what I said. 50. Because I sat out there the entire time and it was great. It was great. Immediately healed. That solved all my problems.
Yeah.
But it's the whole like being trapped in a vessel that like really is so triggering for me.
Also, like if it was, can you imagine if it was like considerably worse to the point where like it was too much of a fear to even like travel?
Oh my God. And no, that's like really common that a lot of people do have such like severe travel anxiety that they'll never get on a plane. They'll never get onto a boat. And I feel so sad for those situations because I know how debilitating anxiety can be.
Yeah. Also, that's one of those things where I think a lot of people view that as a burden for their loved ones as well.
Totally.
And it compounds.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, besides the fact that like vacations are expensive, they're inconvenient, it's hard to get, like all these things. On top of all that, you might even have all the time and money in the world, but you can't go anywhere anyway because you don't want to inconvenience your family.
Yeah. My actually our neighbor who used to work for Delta for years and years as like a mechanic or whatever, he has free flights essentially for life, but he gets so motion sick that they'll never go anywhere. Like, so they can only go somewhere driving and he has to be driving because he gets so motion sick.
You would love that.
What?
You would love that.
If
I got motion sick, so I had to drive all the time.
If
a full-time passenger princess?
Oh, but then we can go on a plane.
Right.
I also couldn't be with someone who got motion sick and threw up a lot.
You're welcome.
That'd be a deal breaker.
Unbothered.
That would be a deal breaker.
I'm the kind of guy who gets up and runs outside to the patio. And
I thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
So that was the only part. But I actually forgot how kind of traumatizing the kittens. I think because I didn't see them, I think that would have been too much.
Yeah, that would have been.
That would have been a
real boner killer.
A ruining situation. Yeah. But I was gonna say like the panic attack on the boat was a low light as well too, but that's okay.
It wasn't good.
Wasn't good. But I recovered.
I think you did. Medication helps.
Medication helps?
Yeah.
Love medication.
It's like when on the boat ride to Fiji, and I was like, I think you should take a Xanax.
yeah, shoving Xanax down my
It's like,
throat.
you're like, I don't think I need it. I was like, I think you do. 30 minutes later, I needed the Xanax. I know you did. I know.
But yeah, so it was great. It was wonderful. We had 2 little lowlights and then the rest of it was all a highlight.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what expectations I had going into it, but what a just good time.
I know.
And also, it's so nice to have had time between like when the wedding happened and because like you're telling people that you just got married, and it feels like we've been married a long time now for me. But it's something like it's like I don't know, living that again.
I was just talking about that with someone about how like I'm so glad that we waited and put some time in between it. Even if we had so we chose September for the weather in Italy specifically. But like even like waiting at least a month or 2 in between, I can't recommend it enough. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like to be able to come down and like fully enjoy like the euphoria of the wedding was so nice.
Because like the wedding's a lot.
It's so much.
And travel, no matter what you're doing for travel, is a lot.
Is a lot.
It's like doing all of that at the same time, recipe for whether it's disaster or a recipe for like you just like not remembering half of it.
Right. It would have been a whirlwind.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so I feel like also too my little anxious brain, I would have just imploded.
I mean, obviously it's so much easier to get around in Europe into like other countries and everything than America.
Mm-hmm.
But like it reminds me how important it is to travel and see other shit.
And see other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I so agree. I so agree.
Yeah.
So next steps for me is that I'm going on an America lockdown essentially. Now that we're back. And so I'm about to file all my green card stuff. And I will be trapped in the United States for the next 6 to 9 months. Wahoo. But then next trip, I want to go to Tokyo.
Oh, as like a celebration?
Yeah, but I feel like we can't book it
No.
until I get everything because like we don't know exactly what the timeline will be. But that is the next big international trip that I want to do.
So we're coming to you, Oklahoma.
God, I know. I'm like, fuck, what can we do in America that
You've seen 6 states?
I know. No, I've seen more than 6 states.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. New York, California,
This is a short segment. Go ahead.
Maine,
You're doing great.
Vermont. Fuck. Florida. Fuck. Tennessee.
You've been in Tennessee?
Yeah, I was in Nashville for a shoot.
Oh.
Hawaii.
Mhm.
Fuck you. That's 7. Where else?
I live in a state.
Oh, Kentucky
I was-
Illinois.
There it is.
That's 9.
Got 10?
I feel like I'm probably missing something as well too. Yeah, there's got to be one more.
Even to DC, which is technically a territory.
Yeah, does that count?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Oh no.
Oh,
you don't
boy.
want to know what.
Oh boy, do I. Come on, just
No.
Really?
No.
that bad?
No, yeah, it was
Okay.
great. Wasn't great. North Carolina.
Why are we there?
Woohoo!
What?
Why are we there?
Can't remember.
Okay.
10 states. Let's go.
Lauren has like, I think like,
Oh, and Georgia. I was in Atlanta for a week for the Tyler Perry movie.
love that.
11 states.
I like when you have like, your like travel amnesia. Like, I remember that night was you're like, oh yeah, I've been to DC. Oh, I've been to DC twice. Oh, I've been to DC 3 times. Oh, I've been
yeah.
to DC 4 times.
Yeah.
Like, okay, got it.
Yeah. No, I fully blacked out a lot of it. Yeah.
Like, you know, some partners just like they'll just lie about things. You won't.
No. Oh, I'm not lying. I just genuinely
You're not
forgot.
telling the truth, but you're not lying.
But I'm not lying.
Yeah.
No, you can bet on me not lying.
Yeah, no, you didn't lie. You did.
I just had a
lot of
little
photographic evidence that it's not
amnesia.
correct.
Yeah, but I'm not lying. That's 11 states, and I bet there's some that I'm forgetting.
Proud of you. So yeah, we don't.
Did I say Florida? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, well, there's that forgetting.
I've physically been in Texas.
Okay, we can count that.
By the way, we are good on time. So.
Ohio.
Yeah,
There's 12.
I think this segment's good. I think it's good. I think it's good. Yeah.
Okay. Well, any closing thoughts on the honeymoon, babe?
A ton. How to vocalize them.
Can I smell your water? Talent needs a beverage.
I still have been too lazy to figure out when the tradition of honeymoon started. I would love to actually find that out, but like my takeaway from,
No, we Googled this 2 episodes ago.
but did we didn't come up with anything.
Yes, we did. Remember that it's for baby making.
Oh, but like, that's just like, that could be just at home.
Yeah, sure.
But like, you're supposed to consummate the marriage immediately,
Yeah, okay.
which we didn't.
No, but it's for baby making.
Right.
It's to
Got
go
it.
wiener
That's
in
right.
the name of
Well, then my
children.
takeaway is that we fucking nailed it.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Anything else to share?
My mom doesn't listen to this podcast. Go ahead.
No, it was so much fun. I would so recommend Italy as a honeymoon destination. We had an incredible time.
And productive.
And productive. The September weather was incredible. It was, Jeremy wants to say that it was the ideal temperature for wienering, for honeymoon wienering.
I wasn't thinking that. You were thinking that.
No, I could see it on your face. I could see it on your smug smirk.
With that, it was good to see you guys. Did you have any final thoughts?
I loved having I think like the main takeaways, loved Italy as a destination, whether you're honeymooning or not. But I loved taking a break between the wedding and the honeymoon. I think that we did the perfect amount of cities because I feel like everyone when they go to Europe like tries to just jam in so many cities and you're packing and unpacking every single day. That's my worst nightmare. I don't want to schlep around. Like I want to enjoy the time that we have in other cities. Like I wish we had one more day on the Amalfi Coast to see Positano.
Yeah.
Positano?
Oh, I'm not.
Positano.
But
I wish we
have that.
I wish we had one more day. But I feel like we had a good balance of like, travel time. So I think we were gone for 12 days total, 13 days. But it was the perfect amount of time. And we didn't even talk about the pillow menu.
Because we didn't use it.
Yeah, because I was happy with my pillow.
I'm also like, I don't have that staunch of an opinion on the pillow.
See, I do have I have pillow opinions.
But I wouldn't be able to vocalize that.
Oh no, I know what I need.
Okay.
I know what I need.
She knows what she needs.
I know what I
Okay.
need. Yeah.
Got
But the pillow menu, the water menu, first and last, Michelin star restaurant. Won't do that again. And so glad that I got to experience my first empty spoon appetizer.
I think the biggest takeaway for both of us, and I know you'll agree with me,
Yeah.
nothing beats being able to hang out with our dogs.
Yeah. Goddamn.
Yeah.
I love
I don't care where we are.
No.
Gonna miss the pups.
Gonna miss the pups.
But-
Miss the pups.
That's what pup camps are for. Lafayette was good to hang out with you. See you in a week.
We will see you in a week on a Tuesday. Bye.
Maybe. Bye.